Today we're going to be looking at solving by factoring. And when we're factoring, we're doing both the sum of cubes and the difference of cubes. The sum is when you have a to the third plus b to the third, two of those, and this is what they turn into. And we'll look at examples on how we can use both of these forms. So first of all, let's look here. We have x to the third minus 8. What we need to do is find what all those roots are. Technically, we have a 1 in front of our x, and 1 to the third just stays 1, so that just stays x to the third. But let's look at what 8 is as a root of that. So what we want to do is we want to hit math, go down to number 4, where it has the root, type in 8. So that's 2. And what that's telling you is if we do 2 to the third power is 8. So that means it's 2 times 2 times 2. So we can really write 8 as 2 to the third power. So what that tells us is that a is always this one, and here's b, so a equals x, b equals 2. We do not tag those on. Those just stay up with the original problem. So a is x, b is 2. So when we write this, this is the difference of cubes because we're working with a subtraction sign. So if we look here, we have a, so x minus 2, x squared, plus a times b, and a times b is x times 2, which is 2x, plus b squared, which is 2 squared. But we really know what 2 squared is. 2 squared is 2 times 2, which is really 4. So we can simplify that out. So our a's in our problem all turn to x's, and our b's all turn to 2's. Let's look at another problem. Right here, we have a 1 in front, so that doesn't change, it's x to the third, plus 125. So let's find the third root of that. So math, 4 and 125. So that means 5 to the third power is 125. So 5 times 5 times 5 is 125. So this is really 5 to the third power. A, b, so that means a equals x and b equals 5. This time we're working with a plus, we're working with the sum, so we're looking at the top portion up here. So if we replace everything that says a with an x, everything that says b with a 5. So x plus 5, x squared, minus a times b is 5x, plus b squared, which is 5 squared, and 5 squared is 5 times 5, which is 25. So there's our final answer. Alright, let's look at this third one. Here we have 8x to the third minus 1. 8, we need to change it since there's a number here now besides 1. And we learned from over here in our first problem that 8 can be rewritten as 2 to the third. So this is 2 to the third x to the third minus 1 to the third. Anything that's just a 1, 1 times anything is just itself, so 1 to the third. So now the difference is our a is a little different. A is now 2x, and b is 1. So whenever you end up with a number in front of x, that number also has to tag on. So a is 2x. So we still stick with the difference of cubes. So wherever you see an a, we replace it with 2x. Wherever you see a b, we replace it with 1. So 2x minus 1 times by 2x in parentheses squared plus a times b, 2x times 1 is 2x, plus 1 squared. Now if we look at this problem, 2x squared is really 2 times 2 squared, which is 4x squared, because the square goes to both, plus 2x, and 1 squared is 1. Flip it over, let's look at 3 more examples. This one is different. We are going to solve by factoring. We're just going to set up the factoring, and then we're going to finish solving it for tomorrow. So let's look at this. We have x to the third plus 8, which we can rewrite as x to the third plus 2 to the third, because we already know that 8 can be written that way. So when we rewrite this out and factor it, we end up with x plus 2, because we're working with the sum. And we have x squared plus 2 times x, which is 2x, plus 2 squared, which will end up being 4. So our a was x and our b was 2. So x plus 2 times by x squared plus 2x plus 4. So there's our factor. That's all we're going to do with this one. Okay, next one. If we rewrite this 27, if we look at that math for 27, can be written as 3 cubed. So 3 cubed times x cubed minus 1 cubed. So if we look at that, here's our a, here's our b. So a equals 3x, b equals 1. So if we use that, we're using the difference of cubes. So that means we have 3x minus 1 times by 3x in parentheses squared plus 3x times 1, which is 3x, plus 1 squared. So 3x minus 1, nothing changes. That square goes to both, so 3 squared is 9, x squared is x squared, plus 3x, and 1 squared is 1. Let's look at this last one. Rewrite the problem. We end up with 2 to the third, x to the third, because 8 is really that. We already know that 125 can be written as 5 to the third. So a equals 2x, b equals 5. So let's rewrite using the sum of cubes. So 2x plus 5 times by 2x in parentheses squared minus 2x times 5 is 10x plus 5 squared. So 2x plus 5, 2 squared is 4, x squared is x squared, minus 10x, and 5 squared is 25.